study program at Universitas Sumatera Utara. She got her bachelor's and master's degree in accounting from Universitas Sumatera Utara. Mrs. Yeti has several international and national publications on her accounting management, budgeting, strategic management, and financial management expertise. In 2022, Mrs. Yeti received Satya Lancana Karya Satya for her dedication to serving for 10 years. To Mrs. Yeti Meliani Lubis, SA, MSc, FICA, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Alisa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Dr. Kewalin Angkananon. Good morning to all participants. I hope we all are doing well and in good health. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Yeti Miliani Lubis, and I'm responsible for hosting this session as a moderator. And then I'm glad to welcome Dr. Kewalin Angkananon as our lecturer for this session, and I'm glad to welcome to all participants today. Before we get started, I would like to go over some items so you know how to participate the session today. First, mute your microphone if you are not the speaker and to avoid some feedback. Second, if you have a question to the speaker, please select the small icon raise hand in the platform and you type the question in the chat box with the formatting, your name, underscore your organization or affiliation or university, underscore your question. This is the formatting for our chat box. So let's start our program session. Allow me to the honor introduce our great speaker for this session, Dr. Kewalin Angkananon. I will read the CV of our lecturer. Okay, our lecture session today is Dr. Kewalin Angkananon. Dr. Kewalin is a lecturer at Business Computer Department, Management Sciences, Suratthani Rajabhat University. Dr. Kewalin earned her PhD Computer Science in the University of Southampton, UK, and she earned her Master Management Information Technology and Bachelor Information Study in Walilac University, Thailand. Dr. Kewalin expertise include accessibility, assistive technology, human-computer interaction, HCI, software engineering, e-commerce, mobile application, and Dr. Kewalin get some awards include in 2021, she received the prestigious Outstanding Article Award from Frontiers in Computer Science Journal, where her article about designing accessible technology for visually impaired people has been read by more than 2,000 people. Dr. Kewalin obtained the Ernst Match Grant ACA Uninet to undertake research in Austria in 2018 about disabled people at the University of Linz, award leader in this field. In 2019 and 2021, she received the Outstanding Research Award, Faculty of Management Science. In 2019, Dr. Kewalin received the Outstanding Researcher Award in Information Technology. In 2018, Dr. Kewalin received the Outstanding Personal Award in Academic Division. In 2017, Dr. Kewalin received the Best Teaching Award. In 2014 and 2018, Dr. Kewalin received the Young Researcher Grant to present at the ICC's HP Technology and Disability Conferences in France and Austria. About the publication, she has an expensive publication, which include journal and article, and among the publication include her writing on regarding to our topic today. Okay, so I will. Okay, we are lucky to have Dr. Kewalin as a lecturer in the session to sharing the experience and educating us about the topic in the first session today. The subject, today Dr. Kewalin will be delivering a session on the subject for the session is digital marketplace as a new frontier of e-commerce. As we know, digital marketplaces are booming and developing at an aggressive rate, especially in ASEAN. So I think let's get straight to the presentation. Kewalin, the floor is yours. Thank you.
So good morning, everybody. So I'm really glad to be here again. So this is my second time in Medan and at your university. So today I'm going to talk about the e-commerce. Can I share the slide? So at the beginning, I would like to say I'm from Thailand and from Suratthani Rajabhat University, and I am in Business Information Management Department in the Faculty of Management. And can I control my slide? Okay. So today we will talk about the digital marketplace as a new frontier of e-commerce. So first of all, I would like to talk about the evaluation of the revelation of the digital economy all around the world. So there are 4 revelations starting from 1.0 to 4.0. So as you guys know, 1.0 start in early 1760 until 1840. It's all about the steam engineering. And then it's moved to the 2.0 revolution. So in that time, it's focused on assembly line, and the 3.0 revolution focusing on computing, internet, nuclear energy. And now it's moved to industry, so 4.0. So in this era, the industry divided into 3 important things. First, digitalization, integration of value chains. And the second is digitalization of product and service offering. And the third is digital business model and customer access. So all of this compound with the mobile devices, IoT platform, location detection technology, advanced human-machine interface, authentication and fraud detection. As now is very popular in Thailand, because if you have a lot of money in the bank account, the money will disappear by the fraud. So now it's a big issue in Thailand at the moment. So all the bank or financial organization, they worry about it. So they try to do the to authentication or scanning face by transfer more than 50,000 baht at the moment in Thailand. And I'm not quite sure about in Indonesia, but in Thailand it's a big issue at the moment. So authentication and fraud detection. So that's why this is very important. So now we try to have more than 2 factors that confirm your identity. For example, it can be using the OPT from your SMS through your mobile phone. And another way could be answering the call from the bank or financial organization, or even scanning your face. And 3D printing also very important, especially for blind people, that they cannot access to the information. And then if they have the 3D printing, that they can touch and they can distinguish what the information in the object. So it will help them to get into the information as same as other people. And more about smart sensor, which is very popular now, that we know as IoT platform, that you can control everything from your smartphone or your devices, for example, your smartwatch. And big data analysis. So this is very popular for a few years already, and it can use for the chat GPT that I will talk in the next slide. And also we are including multi-level of customer interaction and customer profiling and augmented reality, as you may familiar with, for example, the Pokemon game that can encourage people to catch the Pokemon in various places by encouraging people to travel in the places, and also helping people to understand more. For example, in some company like IKEA, that the customer can use their phone and scan the sofa or the furniture in their room or their houses, and then imagine what will look like before they ordering the furniture. And also we also have cloud computing, which is used widely in this day. For example, Google Drive or OneDrive that you use on your Gmail or your Hotmail. And more than that, we are sharing this application or this software on the cloud computing. So it means the organization doesn't need to invest a lot of money of the software. So they can only rent the software from him. And next, we are talking about the 3 scopes of digital economy. So the first thing is about core digital or ICTs. First of all, we are focusing on hardware, manufacturing, software, and IT consulting, and the information services, telecommunication. So this is the core of the IT. So it means you have to have the hardware and the software and the infrastructure, especially the telecommunication, before you are using further service. And next will be narrow scope digital economy that have digital services and platform economy, with we have sharing economy and gig economy, and the broad scope digitalized economy. So for example, we are using e-business, e-commerce in industry 4.0 that I mentioned earlier, about the new technology that we compile to use it in at present and in the nearly future. And precision agriculture. So we are using the technology of agriculture too, and also we using algorithm economic. And now we are comparing the digital platform revenues from the world and Asia. This is the example in 2019. So if you see e-commerce, this of the e-commerce side, we earn 1,900 million. And for Asia, it's not bad. We earn a lot, 1,119. And for online travel, like is very but Asian 29 billion. So in Thailand, only travel loga is very popular at the moment, and booking.com. I'm not quite for the message box, so we can share together. Passing on the digital media that TV or watching movie and listening to music. We also use not quite as if compared to other section like e-commerce. And we also using the e-service like delivery, Serum, Swiggy, and L.me. So it's quite low of the revenue at the moment, but I'm quite sure it will increase immediately in the near future. And ad is about advertising used by 10, and then we also use the transportation and see all around the world now. And next, the role we are variety to the customer, the stores provide necessary to display help in brand building. And also we enabling customer to install navigation and station mobile shop and wearable technology and order things from your tablet, ensuring right segmentation, augmented reality, and social building of customer thing, the organization. You will pay with if you are not quite. So the series might be the good choice for the customer, because even in Thailand now, or even our post, so people when they order, will they get the product? So they prefer using the COD more than the transfer cash or the credit paying by credit card. And recommendation engine product, customize and virtual mirror, reality help in personally of offering, precision making lead to attract pricing of the product, and enhance convenience. This is very important. Why people nowadays tend to shop online or tend to buy through the e-commerce platform, because they can self checkout mobile wallet and mobile POS allow for convenient checkout. You can just click and the bank will transfer, or the credit card will cut the price for you, pay for you. Mobile web blooming and click and collect model allow to add convenience to the shopping and delivery as well. And lots of shop or supermarket now, they try to encourage people to buy online by giving the people who buy. It is because area. So if people do the same thing again, then they will prefer that thing. So the real shop in some days, why they try to offering online coupon for you and improve post purchase experience. So loyalty program ensure high customer service, subscription and auto replacement model lead to the high repurchase offering. So this is very important. How can you make the people to repurchase by, loyalty to your brand only, not changing their mind to buy other brands? And the key technology that are driving the growth of digital platform. So I will start from foundation. So the semiconductor technology integrates circuits are base level technology used in processors, memory, and communication, imaging and sensor. And then they change to move to the infrastructure technology. So we are thinking about the connectivity, devices, imaging, and cloud computing. So this is the most important component for infrastructure. And the transaction technology, we are aiming to use the digital payment that nowadays we have lots of electronic wallets or bank transfer, or even the QR code that can easily scan on the market, at the market, or even any shop around Thailand and also around other country, I suppose. And digital identification can also use as a transaction technology. Cybersecurity and privacy is also very important because fraud can happen very easily either. So the integrating technology, for example, robotic or drone, and artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, Earth observation, and geospatial information system. If you remember, the drone can use both in a good side and a bad side. So drone can have delivery drug in the UK. If you remember the news, so some of the people, they delivery drug through the jail in the UK and selling for people who are in the jail. Or it's also some people use drone at the airport at Gatwick to disturb the airline. So this is the bad example that people also bring to use. And this is very important thing that you need to apply the new technology in the good thing, not in the bad way. So future technology can be quantum computing. So quantum computing can be very fast and very tiny. So in the next revolution, we will have a very small devices and powerful and genetic. So it can prove your DNA or your genetic of the nation, and also use human computer interface more easily and more click and play. Artificial general intelligence also very concerned in the near future in the e-commerce. And the development impact of digital platform. So why digital platform benefit and opportunity of the platform. For example, using efficiency for the buyer. So the buyer can search and information access, can widely choices of the product or services, can be convenient, click and order product or services from home, can greater customization of what they like, what they don't like, and the platform for the innovation. Innovation can build the technology that enable network, do matching and service on demand, and skip intermediate and trade barrier, facilitate payment and distribution, and service or product rating and analytics. So now matching service on demand, for example, Netflix, you can just stay at home and watching the movie or the TV program that you like at home. And now the Netflix, they also very clever. They try to, before you can buy one and share with your friends and then watch it together. But now they track your location. If you stay in a different area, for example, you guys sharing for 3 people in the north, in the south, and in the middle of the country, they will tracking and they will stop, you know, other people that not buying the Netflix. So this is what they want to do for the security or for their profit in the future will spread all around the world. And for the inclusion, inclusion is mean how can we make everyone in this world equal? For the seller, for example, search and information access. If you are normal people, you don't have any problem in searching information. But if you are disabled, you are blind, or you are you have broken arm, or you lose your hand, or you are you will be very difficult. So we try to make the technology that can help them, like, you know, speed. You can talk with the remote control, and you can talk about the keyword that you want to search. For example, as we can see on the digital television, that very easily, and not only the disabled people. For my mom, she is 76 years old now, so she pretend, you know, talking with the television to finding a YouTube channel or TV program more than typing, because she found that using the remote control and get to the interface is more difficult than just talking to them. And larger market reach also will increase if you consider everyone can use your platform, and greater household participation, flexible arrangement, and then using spare access. This is also important for everyone. So I think it's not a very far topic for us, because in every country we have law that, you know, every people need to get access to the information equally. So we need to really concern about the inclusion and development impact of digital platform. So we will see list digital fin. Fin is stand for finance, and tech stand for technology. So for example, before we use cash, we use bank draft or check, we use letter of credit. But now digital platform totally changed to the debit card, credit card, electronic fund transfer, automatic clearinghouse, and real-time clause settlement. And now from the credit card that we think, oh, it's new, but now change into mobile payment, change into digital platform, change into banking application change into digital wallet and e-money at the moment. And as you may listen, the cryptocurrency or other digital money that they can also use in some country like America, and it might be widely all around the world in the future. And also today, I would like to mention about the Chat GPT. I think lots of you might heard about Chat GPT already. So Chat GPT and AI can use in the digital marketing. For the Chat GPT and its other AI cousin have been up in everyone's new feed lately, and you can't help but wonder if you should be leveraging this amazing new tool in your online marketing effort. But can we trust it? What the implication that it have for marketing, especially for the small business in particular? So Chat GPT for you, so you can and seek practical way to use it for small business marketing and seek way not to use it. This is what I will have mentioned today. So what is ChatGPT? I think some of you might already know ChatGPT is the free informational resource with, for example, is similar to encyclopedia knowledge like Google or Wikipedia, but it's different, which we will get to shortly, and come in the form of an AI, artificial intelligence chatbot. So while you obtain information from Google by typing a search into a box and guessing pages of the result, lots of pages, you don't know which one you should go through, but you obtain the information from ChatGPT by participating in a dialogue, and you ask the question and it spit out the answer based on your input. It's very easy and very handy that you can straightly use it. It's basically just a really advanced chatbot. According to its creator OpenAI, ChatGPT can answer the following up question, admit its mistake, challenge incorrect promise, and reject inappropriate requests. But some of the academic world, now we are worried about the ChatGPT because the student can use instead of learning from themselves, but using the ChatGPT to find the answer of the homework. But if you use in a good way, it will result in a good way. But if you just copy and don't learn anything, it will be bad as well. So how does the ChatGPT work? Why tool like Google and Siri? You might know about Siri. Siri is the personal assistant on mobile phone, right? That you can ask any question and Siri will answer. And ChatGPT has its own brain. How? As a large language model technology is a math large amount of text data from the internet, books, article, website, blog, posts, and more. And the ChatGPT stands for generative pre-training transfer, meaning it trained on this large amount of text data and use the GPT-3 algorithm now called transformer algorithm to generate the text similar to human conversation. As you can see, now we had GPT-3 more than 175 billion answer, and other thing is very small amount if compared to the ChatGPT. So what is ChatGPT used for? Since language and communication is used for, well, everything ChatGPT is also provide to be useful for. Everything, some of the ChatGPT many capability include write the code. So I also teaching my student to write the programming code, so they can also use to help the writing programming code, writing the article, to use the marketing copy, story, poem, email, and essay, and also generate the idea and the example, multiple choice, question, recommend, product, service, movie, explain complicated topic in layman's term, analyze the sentiments and tone based on functional words and phrases, translate text in 95 different languages, 5 data set and job opening, and the list is even growing. So this is a very amazing tool that, happening at the moment. If you have never go through the ChatGPT, you should try today. It's not very difficult. It just go to the Google and just search ChatGPT tool and then asking the question and it will answer you. But the most important for the ChatGPT is your question. If you didn't ask the exact question or the deep question, it won't tell you what you want. So you need to try to change the keyword or the sentences, and see the results which each match with your need or your information that you want. You knew this was coming. ChatGPT is not a replacement for anything. It's not a marketing consultant or doctor or accountant or lawyer or plumber, but it's an advanced technology. It is in early stage, and it's any computer AI tool or machine learning technology. It does not come with 100% guarantee of information accuracy, but it can be trusted, but you need to analyze and consider yourself as well. This is just a computer that can aggregate and summarize data, but other than what you tell, it does not have the full context of your life, your business, or your health, or your house that it would need to provide 100 reliable and fully relevant answer, but at least can help you in some way. The tool itself say it may occasionally generate incorrect information. It may occasionally produce harmful instruction or base content. It can limit knowledge of world and events after 2021. That being said, it's important to be as specific as possible with your prompt or your command or your question that you type it in, and then use the response as starting point only to iterate on, look into deeply. You can ask following question or deeper question in the same pattern that you type it on and explore further. You will even notice that when ChatGPT gives you answer, it will say like why X2 is helpful resource for why. It's important to note that it's just one of many tools and so on and so forth. So the ChatGPT, I'm not quite sure in Indonesia, do you have the ChatGPT in your own language? I'm not quite sure, but in Thai, we have one in Thai now, we call Alisa. So Alisa is made from the US platform, and they have Thai language as well, and people tend to use it. Online application is very easy by adding app and type Alisa in there, and then you can ask anything to Alisa. It's like one kind of the chat GPT in Thailand. So generate the tool itself can help generate copy for your marketing access. So you can use the chat GPT to help you with the creating copy for any your marketing collateral, for example, email, If you have no idea how to write business email, to apologize for your delay delivery the product to the customer, you can ask ChatGPT for the pattern of the email, or ask it to write the email for you, but you need to tell the detail to the ChatGPT. Or you want some idea to write to the blog post or product description or the social media caption or even more. And next slide, I will give you the example of how to type. For example, this is the example to type the question and the answer would come out. So we type, could you write a promotion email for 50% of custom framing for the month of October? So the GPT write the email for you. So they said, dear value customer, we hope this email find you well. With the fall season approaching, there no matter time to showcase, blah, blah, blah. And if you see, this is really the actual email that they wrote it, they write it to you, but you need to read it again, and you can change whatever thing that not fits you, or you can add some more thing that more specific about your business things. But this is make your life a lot easier for especially for the small business that they don't really have much money to hire the consultants, or to hire the customer, to hire the worker who really have the experience in writing email or negotiation. So this can help you. And second, get market to recommendation. So, but can also use to get recommendation for tool. After all, there's a red sea of top 10 lists for just about any tool out there on the web. For example, ask about the best keyword research tool. The answer split out the similar list to our roundup, the best free keyword research tool. For example, we type, what are the best free keyword research tool for small business? And the answer will say, first, Google Keyword Planner. Second, Urban Suggest. Third, Keyword Tool. Fourth, Google Trend. Fifth, Answer the Public. So this is the example that the ChatGPT will provide for you. But if the information is not fit you, or is not really you want it, you can ask more questions or go deeply into the question, or try to change the keyword until you found the information you really need. And third, content ideation. So there are several ways to use the ChatGPT to get the idea for your blog post, your guide, your white paper, and the ebook. You can ask it for post idea based on topic and existing content. Even I was writing the book, I asked the ChatGPT about the chapter of you just say the name of the book and say, could you please write me the chapter of this book? And then they will provide you, the interesting chapter. If you still want another specific, you also can say other thing into that. So this is what we also use for the idea to get the contents. For example, we asking, explain how the Google Ads option works. So the answer will be user enter a search query, advertiser bid on keyword, Google determine and range, and advertising pay when their ad is clicked, and ad relevant is important, advertise budget matter. So this can be the answer or the idea for you. And fourth, learn shortcut and formula. So this one is about writing the code or the programming. Why you shouldn't leave it to ChatGPT to do your report and analytics? We will get to that shortly. One way it can help you is by teaching you shortcut that can help you with the data processing and analysis. For example, you can ask for spreadsheet formula. So spreadsheet formula is Excel, right? So if you want to ask the ChatGPT about the financial formula, you can just type the formula for tax, the formula for maximum, minimum, whatever you want, you can type it. If you really don't remember, you can just asking the ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT will provide the answer, the possible answer to you. And generate customer survey is also can use. Your target audience is well a moving target. Why you should do your own true research to find your target audience? You could use the ChatGPT to help you generate a survey or a poll to continue getting to know your audience and customer and you should ask. You can asking ChatGPT about the evaluation questionnaire about that topic. So you can ask about the profile information, what factor should you ask, and ask about the question following your topic or your interest in that. And get the chatbot idea. So adding chat to your website is a great way to generate leads, engage customer, and get the feedback using the chat GPT to get the idea. For example, I'm building a chatbot for my website. How should I greet customer who come to my pricing page? So for example, you can ask ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT will provide, hello, welcome, hi there, good morning, good afternoon. You know, really, this is also very useful. For example, for the small business that they have no idea how to deal with this kind of things. Because the big business, they might also have some professional helping them about this, but for the small business, they don't really, have professional or they don't really spending money to hire the professional at the beginning. So it's very useful. And now 5 ways not to use ChatGPT for marketing. So I already talked about how we could use it and how we shouldn't use it. So this is also very important. As you can see from the suggestion above, it's better to use the ChatGPT for marketing tactics or, to help you some kind of interact with the customer that involve with the content and the copy for marketing strategy. On the other hand, your best bet is to stick with tight and true resources such as a marketing partner or professional, which you could even supplement with the Google research. As mentioned above, ChatGPT database had limited knowledge in past 2021, while Google will have more real-time information. That being said, here are some areas where you should not look to in the ChatGPT for helping with your marketing. First, don't ask for marketing strategy recommendation. So looking for the best way to plumb your business, you may be tempted to ask the ChatGPT, but ultimately, the best marketing strategy for your business are going to depend on your unique goal and challenges, as well as the resources you have. For example, if we ask ChatGPT, what are the best marketing strategy for local businesses? The ChatGPT will say there are many effective marketing strategies. So you see, so it's not specific to your business, but this is just the idea, in general, but they don't know your business background. So it won't work for the, recommendation, but it can be the idea for the student answering, the lecturer, or just some kind of learning about general information, but not exact for your company or your situation. So it can say claim your Google My Business listing, use social media. It's very broad. Local SEO, host local events. So this is the general information. Collaborate with other local business, offer promotion and view. So this is not, in-depth answering, but it can be useful. For the prompt, ChatGPT recommend claiming your Google business listing with its out of since it is now called Google Business Profile. Social media is a good marketing strategy, but there isn't anything in the response that discuss how to use social media for local marketing specifically. So social media is doing a lot in Thailand, for example, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and also using e-commerce site like Lazada and Shopee. But we don't really use Twitter much for the marketing in Thailand. But TikTok is really, really popular at the moment. Don't let ChatGPT organize your Google Ads account structure. Why you can use the ChatGPT to help with the headline and description. Writing for your Google Ad, leave the strategic stuff up to the pros and cons. So for example, some have suggested using ChatGPT to organize your Google Ad account structure, but we don't recommend. What ad group should I create for the Google Ad campaign for the Cleopatra? So this is they asking about creating the Google Ad for a specific company. So it's really not a good idea to asking about that because ChatGPT don't know about the background of each company. So we need to brainstorm for the expert more than the choosing more than using the ChatGPT for this kind of the campaign. And the way your ad Google Ad campaign are organized directly impact how relevant your ads are to their keyword with direct impact your cost per click, which direct impact your ROI. ROI is the evaluation of your click and your money that you spend. So why the ChatGPT had the right idea in the example above is that not know what other campaign you have running, what your business objective are, or how big your account or the budget is. So it's not worth to asking them. So it's better to asking the Google Ad or, to really try it on the social media ad like Facebook ad or even TikTok ad, or even you paying the money to get the ad run on the e-commerce. Is better to do that way because the social media, they also provide the ROI to evaluate the money and the click on each platform that you are running the advertising. And do not use it for keyword research. Yes, ChatGPT is a tool in and of itself, and above we talk about using it to get to recommendation. But one way you should not use it for marketing is to do the keyword research. So remember, it's not a real-time platform connected to the web, but it has a limited data post from 2021. So why the below example look promising, the data is going to be outdated and unreliable. So ChatGPT is unlike the Google that update real time, but ChatGPT is the database that is depend on when will be updated. So do keyword research for me for custom framing. So for example, so they are suggested 20 of the keyword that you might use it, but it might not real time. So for example, custom picture framing, picture frame design, picture frame style, framing services, art framing, for example. And for the question, can you give me search volume, competition level, and cost per click for each of these keywords? So this is also is not really update, but it can provide the existing data that's in the database and show it to you. Okay, and then note that the data is based on Google Ads and may vary depending on location, device, and other factors. Also keep in mind that search volume and competition level are not the only factor to consider when selecting the keyword. It's also important to focus on the keywords that are relevant to your business and have a high intent to convert. And instead, explore the two lists in ChatGPT response earlier in this post. So number 4, don't use the ChatGPT for web development. So let's say you want to create a lead magnet for your website, a free tool in particular. There are examples out there of asking ChatGPT to generate JavaScript code for an ROI calculation. For example, the question will be generate JavaScript code for ROI calculation, and it will show the JavaScript code for you. So this is just the example, but writing the code, you need to stick on your own variable that you set up and on your own database. But this is just the idea or the example coding that you can apply, but you can't immediately use this code, but you need to apply the code to your own website because it's not exactly the same. So how do I implement this on my website? So they will telling you the step how to do it, but it might not fit with your version or your platform. So you need to really consider and the coding to fit your benefit or fit your work. But you still have to know that you need JavaScript to implement it on your site, and it may not even be JavaScript that you need that I mentioned. Creating a free tool in a complex process and it's of itself, let alone implementation it on your site. There are so many considerations, like whether it will impact page speed, site security, and other ranking factor on how the user experience will pan out in terms of the brand view and whether or not you want to collect lead information. And your website is at the heart of all your marketing effort. It's best to leave project like this to your web team so you don't reach anything. So it's not easy that if you just know the code and you can really do the website. So you need to know the knowledge about how to develop the web as well. And don't use it for reporting and analytics. GPT can analyze data, but the functionality behind this is very limited, just like the best marketing strategy, which vary from the business to the business. The right KPI and goal will depend on your unique situation, and the best way to identify trend, pattern, and insight in your data is to come up with your own consistent reporting routine. Continue using tools like Google Data Studio, now Looker Studio, Google Analytics, and Google Ads for your organic traffic and PPC reporting. I'm not quite sure. Do you know about organic? So organic is running without the using and without paying the advertising. They call the organic marketing. Okay, and note that the Google app has its own AI feature, like the insight and recommendation tool, both of which should also be taken with a grain of salt. So we need to consider. Number 6, do not use the ChatGPT to run a competitor analysis. So SWOT analysis examine the strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats of the competitor with respect to your business. I think you might know about the SWOT already, but how to use it aggregating a bunch of text data from across the web. It doesn't have the context. So while it may spread out some good information about your competitor, you are better off running the analysis yourself using the real-time platform and app to use it. For example, if you asking the ChatGPT, run a SWOT analytic on Hasbro. So sure, here is the SWOT analytic. So they will give you the general SWOT because they don't know the background of your company. So it won't work in this way, as well as the strategic of your business as well. And a SWOT analysis is used to help you build out your own marketing strategy, business model, and more. So ChatGPT should not be your source for something so foundational to your business. Use our SWOT analysis template to run your own SWOT analysis that you can truly rely on. But it's also really important. ChatGPT can help in other way, like your children homework or your homework at the university that is not changing all the time. It might be very useful. And this is the example of the SWOT analysis template that you can use for the strength. What do we do well? What do our customers say we do well? What is our unique selling proportion? Do we have strong brand awareness, customer loyalty supplements? This is, for example, you can use this kind of question, asking and analyzing your SWOT analysis instead of asking the ChatGPT, because it will be more accurate and more unique and deeply into your own business. So this is the example question that you can apply in the future. And now I will move to the next topic. So this is very important in doing the e-commerce in the new frontier, because e-commerce is, I'm quite sure in this Zoom, in this room, lots of you already buying online from the e-commerce platform, but I'm not quite sure how many people selling things online or selling things on the e-commerce. So yesterday I was talking to Dr. Sambas about if you can buy, then you can sell. But he not quite agree because he think you know, entrepreneur should be in your blood. If you are, you know, if you are not have the entrepreneur blood or the idea or your brain not thinking about selling things, so it's quite difficult, you know, to run the e-commerce business. So why I would like to mention about this topic as well, about creative thinking for the innovation. So this is very important, you know, to come up with the business idea. So because e-commerce at the moment, lots of people try to selling things, but how can we sustainable in the e-commerce platform if we don't have the innovation, or if we don't have the creative thinking that can involve other people to loyalty to our product? You know, if you have the same product, you can just, you know, have the strategy by reducing the price from other people. For example, pricing, you know, oh, this shop is the best seller because they bought lots of stock and they can sell very cheap. You know, if we compete with the price, we can't really be at the market because we don't really have a lot of money to do that. But if you have the unique product, or your product is really difficult to find or buy without thinking about reduce the price. So today I want to give you the idea how to have the entrepreneur idea and motivation yourself for the new idea. So we call wow. Wow is from willing to make more effort, and willing to take more time, and willing to pay more attention, or even invest more money. And then actions speak louder than words. So it means if you think about selling things, or think about running the e-commerce business, you not just speak, you have to do it. And how do we know how innovation, how our product or service is different or better than other projects? So how innovation are we? What we expect from the innovation? We should be the different, we should be better, or how can we measure the innovation? So how willing is somebody, for example, customer or the partner, to invest money with you? Time to come to us, this is often more value than money. So when I was starting my own business, 3 years ago, when it was COVID-19, so we are thinking, oh, we are at home more, we work from home, we get bored. And in the southern part of Thailand, people have plenty of land and they love to grow plants, and plant business is growing very fast during the COVID because people get bored and they want to look at the green life thing in their house or near their house, or they don't really want to go out to buy the vegetable and other thing, they want to plant their own. So we are thinking about the plant business at that time, and we don't really have lots of money, or we don't really have lots of plants. We just have the idea, and we just open the Facebook page immediately, and we have coconut at our house, and we sell the coconut tree. We have around 1,000 coconuts, and then we selling, and we find that, oh my God, we can do is very quick. We just set up the Facebook page, and we pay for the ad, and 2 days we can sell 1,000 coconuts. So this might work for the moment. So we finding other vendor or supplier that we know. So we try to contact the supplier that they are doing the plants more than 30 years. They are trustness. and some buying from the trust organization like agriculture organization nearby our home. So we contact for the supplier, and we have more, more product, and we just setting up Shopee at that night. And I also got the first order in the next morning. So I was so happy, and then that's what how we start e-commerce business. And that's what I mentioned. I want you to action speak louder than word. It means if you think, not just think, but you need to really do it immediately, and let's see what will happen, because some product will might not fit you, or you might not the trend that people are really need. So you need to try how to pop up with the creative idea. So this is what you are going to do. Build the IED around you. IED is the organization node that we can set up and call as a IED, industry development entrepreneur. So you can make a group of the students, and you can work with the entrepreneur in your local area. And strategy is visualize the kind of IED you want to develop in your node community. Learn about what innovation capability we call ICAP. So from now I will call innovation capability as the ICAP, and I will call entrepreneur capability as the ECAP. So you as a university community, you have ICAP, you have innovation, and the community in your area, they are the entrepreneur, so they have the capability. So you two need to really match together. It's called IDE, so that you are building your innovation at the university with the entrepreneur, that they have money, they have product, and you do it together. So how can we do it together? The capability to help your node, your IDE, come up with a new idea. What will you do to help your IDE come up with a new idea? And what will the new idea be about? For example, what technology the university have? We try to write a prototype. Prototype is very important because, prototype is take you to make less money, less time. You can just come up with the prototype in the paper at the first place, and then you talk with the entrepreneur what product they have, also with design that you can design for them, and their packaging, how good is it, and the promotion, what promotion you can suggest to them, and the website or app development that you can distribute to the entrepreneur in your area. You take them in together with your faculty, or even the accounting, an entrepreneur, how well they know about how to do, accounting in their business. You can work together with them. And capability to help your IED put idea into real action. What will you do to help your entrepreneur launch, grow, and flourish? You will be help, business expertise, coaching, encouragement, peer pressure, seed funding, investor, and customer. So this semester, I'm teaching social media entrepreneur subject, and I invite the entrepreneur in the area that they need help into my class. And I also asking the student, because the student, they don't know about the business, but they know about the technology. They know how to do the e-commerce, how to open the Shopee shop, the Lazada, how to do the video, how to do the clip for the TikTok seller, how to do the graphic, how to design the packaging. So they work together with the student. So this is really good because the student can take advantage from the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur can also, using the student to help with the technology or graphic design or the video idea, which is, change their image, change their thinking, like in their era, they can listen more from the new generation, what people really want now, or what the trend that people as a customer in their age want. So this is really important and really effective for the class. And stakeholder attract the partner to support your IED development. If we can find some other partner like the government that can support some money into the development of between the student and the entrepreneur, it will be good as a research project. So we can do as a research project for this thing. And, then you do everything together with the real situation, it will make more benefit. And for the system, measure the progress developing ICAP, as I call innovation capability, and ECAP, entrepreneur capability, and IDE as a community that we set up between students and the entrepreneur together. For example, so design your market space, design Goldilocks challenges as one MWB for developing ECAP, and design your maker space for developing the ICAP. And visualize the kind of IED you want to develop in your node community. So learn about what innovation capability or ICAP and entrepreneurial capability ECAP for your IED needs. So for components for any opportunity, first the value. So a need or problem design, and for whom. This is important. This value you make for whom, and how do we do it? So we do a solution, we're using the technology, or what we are focusing. And recommendation, what resources and capability do you need, you have or can develop, or you can get from others. So this is what you have to think about, the opportunity for running the e-commerce business. And the dream entrepreneur, for example, describe the kind of innovation driving entrepreneur you want to create in your node community. For example, internet exploration. Start searching the internet to get lots of ideas. So this is very popular. Not only the Internet Explorer, now we have the application, for example, Pinterest or Lemonade or other, platform to get the idea for the new trends. And describe the kinds of entrepreneur project of your IDE will be doing. And set the value is your entrepreneur create for what kind of people that will involve, what will your IDE do the delivery, what the value that you have set. Be as complete as you can, be as specific as you can. Don't worry if there are things you are unsure about. Remember, wow project. So value for whom, this is very important. And for example, what will you need to do to help identify, coach, and support entrepreneur? So capability to help your IDE came up with the new idea. What will you do to help your IDE come up with the new idea? And what will the now idea about? For example, technology, prototype, product, service, design, packaging, promotion. and your capability to help. They will think about, do you have the business expert? Are you coaching them? Are you encouraging them? Are you a peer pressure? Are you seed funding, or are you looking for the customer for them? So where to look for the creative idea? Look at your list thing to do to help to come up with a new idea, and ask yourself who can help you to provide then, and why would they? So act small, go backward to the process. So decide the outcome to launch in your note and visualize what we want to develop, define our ICAP and ECAP, and find our stakeholder. So operational goal, measuring your activity to create the idea. So I really telling my students to do the marketing calendar. So I plan them to making the marketing calendar for entrepreneur for 2 weeks. So they will write on their calendar. For example, the Facebook group, they will say, oh, today we are in the cover, we are making the new profile picture, and also today we are creating the post telling the benefits of the protein, or we are telling them of the knowledge of the exercise, and we are creating a clip video how to bring the protein to be more tastier, for example. So they will write it down on their calendar. We call marketing calendar. So they go through the calendar and they do activity each day, and they also sending their homework or their assignments every day in the live group. So we are keep in track between lecturer and between the entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur will look at the work and telling them what to change and what to add, or even they already happy with that, on we discuss about campaign and promotion together following the marketing calendar. So this is very useful. And we also set the match win battle. So I also make the competition between the group of the students that they have with the we have the funding from the bank, for the government bank, which provide some money as well to the group who win the competition, that providing and working with the entrepreneur. So this is might encourage the student to work hard and pay more attention on how to create the e-commerce business with the entrepreneur as well. So sometimes challenging and prize or award also important, that we can encourage students to really put themselves into it. Measure of the success of the MIT. So this process is from MIT University from America, that I apply to use in my class, innovative capability, or ICAP, and entrepreneur ECAP. So we develop the new things. So we really change their brand image of the entrepreneur. And we also use the human capital as our student, that they already have knowledge and ready to get into it. And we got the funding from the entrepreneur and from the bank as well. And the infrastructure that we already have at the university to provide for the student to do the project. And we also culture, peer pressure, and demand deserve for innovation. So we really get into it. And for the entrepreneur, so we also ask them to explore, to experiment, to execute, to improve their product even more better. And human capital if they have some staff that working there on with the company now, so they can relate with the student, and the investment and infrastructure culture demand also in the entrepreneur side. And the must-win battle strategy, we clearly define, you will know when these are complete or not. We identify potential of the IDE, and we invite 100 people to the event and run an activity to see who is interested in the IDE mindset. And we rank the scale, quick win, and we stretch the goal, and we make them Goldilocks, so get into the competition. We also range of time, first 3 months, 1 year, beyond 1 year, to complete the big goal. Ideally, when the must-win battle are complete, the overall note goal are reached. So this project we run many years already with the support of the government bank and the university and the entrepreneur, but we will change the entrepreneur each year to be spread all around our area. And the student will change because the student will finish, and then we have the new student to get into the competition each year. So for the step, we also use the overall big goal to see the differences between visualize IED you want and think big, think about ICAP and ECAP, and do the experiment fast with the stakeholder. We act small with the measure of the success, and we execute. So we come up with the must-win battle system. And we working with the colleague toward the innovation to finding the partner. So the stakeholder that we do, we have entrepreneur, we have risk capital, we have corporate, we have government bank, we have university. So this is the innovation ecosystem stakeholder model that we run at the moment. So we are getting involved with these elements. People want to work with you, so we try to find who want to work with us. So human characteristics in a population are distributed in a bell-shaped curve like this. Height, willing to try something new, and what is called a normal curve. So a normal curve is, this is a normal curve that people normally be, but we are not finding people in the normal curve. We find people in this curve. So people in this curve is only little people that they want to try new things. So, we take them into the competition. And these people are aware and seeking the new information or new method or even new idea, to compete in the competition. The value add business concept with the innovation. So we solve the problem, we create the opportunity, we empower, and we have fun. And we create the IDE nodes and building the nodes and learn, build the IDE network around university. And the IDE entrepreneur. So we use the resources at the base, and the person who will take into the competition their needs and their solution. And we also asking about the value that they want to add in the product or in the services, and for whom. This is very important. And we also coaching them how to do it and recommend them how to do it. Another point, to the stakeholder need to be valuable for you, and you need to be valuable for them. This is very important because the stakeholder, some of them, they are get bored of the university, because sometimes they think, oh, university doesn't give them blah blah, But the role of the university, we don't give the money or give the tool or the machine to them, but we give the knowledge. So we need to make clear to them. So some of the stakeholders, they jump in because they want the money or they just want the sticker or packaging or whatever, but we need to be clear. And peer review, importance of peer review is for both the project being reviewed and the person reviewing. So provide a lot of feedback for each node project, building the coaching skill, see other idea, spread your understanding of new innovation in the node, and build the idea sharing mindset across our network, and easily to see area to improve in other projects, and continue to build the understanding of the overall. And now this is the example of the innovation PewPack. I'm not quite sure whether you know about the PewPack. I will turn on the video and you will get some idea of the PewPack. But the PewPack is the medicine source and delivery that very popular in America by Amazon Pharmacy. So let me turn on the video of the PewPack. Maybe I share my desktop and then I can
Did you know 150 million Americans take to fill their prescriptions over and over and over? That's why we created PillPack. We're a new kind of pharmacy. We sort your medication by date and time and deliver it directly to your door.
But I take different kinds of medications at different times of the day.
No problem. We organize your meds for you, so now you don't have to waste time sorting your pills.
Sure, but can you do vitamins?
We can add those too.
But I hate paying for shipping.
Well, you'll love PillPack. Our service is free. You only pay for your medications.
And you take my insurance.
Yep. We work with most plans.
And you handle all my refills.
We work with your doctors to get you your medication every month.
What about my inhaler?
We're a full service pharmacy, so we can handle your inhaler and any other pharmacy items. Every day, people across the country are saving time and staying healthy with PillPack. Switch to a simpler pharmacy today. PillPack, an Amazon company.
So this is the example of the PewPack, and I will give you more.
Oh, the first day that we signed up for Monday.com, our department was already able to connect our process.
Another video.
But I hate paying for shipping.
Well, we're a full service farm, staying healthy with PillPack. Switch to a simpler pharmacy today. PillPack is a new kind of pharmacy. We package your medication and deliver it directly to your door. All you have to do is tear and take your next dose. Managing your medication has never been easier. Here's how it works. Each month, we'll sort your meds, including any vitamins and OTCs, into easy-to-open packets. Need other items like inhalers, creams, or testing supplies? We can send those too. We'll work directly with your doctors and insurance to resolve any issues. We'll adjust your medication if your prescriptions change, and we'll automatically handle all of your refills so you never have to worry. If you have questions or need to make an update, our pharmacists are available 24/7. Getting started is easy. You'll need your insurance information and a list of current medications. From there, we'll handle the rest. We'll verify your account and transfer your prescriptions to our pharmacy. You'll receive your first package in just a few weeks. Now, you'll never sort your pills, never stand in line at a pharmacy, and never miss your medication again. It's your medication made easy.
Yeah, so that is the example of the pharmacy QPAD. That's very impressive in America. But I'm sure that some country we can't really do it because it depends on the policy of the country as well. But in America and UK now, they prefer people don't come to the hospital because especially during the COVID-19, they just want people stay in the house and they have a telephone call, you know, to their houses, and the patient can consult with the doctor, their doctor, through online Zoom or whatever thing that they set up. So this is really useful for them. And another thing that is the innovation and what will change in healthcare and medicine in 2020. So from now, because of the COVID-19, so people try to worry more about the medicine and health and their behavior. So they use drone delivery medicine supply for the COVID people who get the COVID-19 during that time. In UK and America, they using drone, and a more device global biobank, and they also have the stem cell with its cure for diabetes, and a disruptive approach to cancer research. So in the future, I'm not sure when, they said they can, maybe it can have some medicine to cure the cancer. A wristband that can read your mind, and ultrasound in your pocket is already exist in some country, and the cancer diagnosing artificial intelligence and the big data that have many of the information that can predict what are your health symptoms. Also, Walmart in America have the healthcare that you can buy and use at home, and they also have the rehab in virtual reality and the AI to read every science paper. And also they also have 3D digital heart, which is helping the doctor to operate with the heart. And my cousin, he is a doctor, and he said now he also use the AI to helping with the operation of the patient, because AI is not checking, but he need to control the screen using AI. It's sharper, and it's not checking, because sometimes human bodies might be checking in some case. Workshop your big idea. So we clearly state the big problem you wish to solve long term, the opportunity you want to create, the people you want to empower, and how, and this will be fun or satisfying. So be clear, be specific, feel free to be creative in what you write and show, and come up with the solution to the problem using innovation. Try to solve the problem, think of innovation process, technology method, and the stakeholder who will help you succeed. Think in terms of identifying people from this group. For example, academic. So we are at the university, so we need to take paths about the knowledge from the academic area, and the government need to take part from their supporting budgets, and private sector. They can come and get involved with the project, and the investment can happen if the product grow or the marketing grow. And the entrepreneur also need to come and work with the university and the student, the innovative customer. So this is very important because nowadays the customer, they want something really new and unique and innovative. So how can we satisfy them? This is really important. So remember to find the people are innovation in our group. People in this group is aware and seeking the new information. But people in the curve, in the normal curve, they don't really mind about the same product, but how can we help you? So why do they want to help you? This is important when we are the entrepreneur. So how can, the university or the government will support us, or how we want to help them. So this is important. And your measure of success. So how will you measure success? A good start is always hashtag for people who really interested in. So in e-commerce, when you promote or you doing the marketing online, you need to put the hashtag and following with the word that identify with your business or your brand or your product. So when people searching on Google or searching on any online platform, they can find your product or your keyword, and they can get into you easily by using the hashtag. But try to work hard coming up with the measure beyond this first cut. And remember, you can always adjust your measure as you learn and are able to clarify your goal. In fact, you must do this. And however, your in-cap, your innovation, and your e-cap, so your entrepreneur, should still attempt to be longer-term measure of the success, because marketing or businesses is not a short-term to success. You need to take time. For me, I take for 3 years. So my business settled in 3 years time. But in first 3 months, you will know, how good of the business, how is the strength. If 3 months you haven't got any order or from your product or services, you need to re-strategy or redo some marketing, to reach the customer. But if you just don't do anything, do nothing, it won't get lots of customer at this time, because this time in the world, competition is very, very high competition, because at this time, Chinese people, they speak Thai. Chinese people, they speak Thai. They're selling Chinese product from their country to Thailand with a very cheap money. And they also, Chinese people, I'm not sure, did you find some Chinese speak Indonesian and selling and selling stuff from China and selling to you very cheap? And how can Indonesian people selling stuff now? Because China, they good at making fake goods or fake product, right? And they're selling very cheap, and they send it into all country around the world. So this might be another thing that we have to worry. And how do you know you are making the progress? This is also important, because if you don't do the accounting on your business, don't do the calendar of your plan, you won't know, any of your progress. So set up the business is also very important, about the cost of time, cost of human, cost of money, and cost of everything that you really need to think, because when we ask the small enterprise, they said, oh no, they do this, but they don't think about the cost that they have, even their time, even their own electric or their water at home. They didn't think or mention in their accounting at all. So they really need to concern about this kind of thing in running the business. And must-win battle. What are the significant things? For example, activity, event, adding infrastructure, getting some funding, finding the right partner. This is very important. So if you have a good partner that provide the product to you, you know, you are you don't need to get headache when the product get to your customer, and then they will think, oh, this is rubbish, this is not a good product. So this is very important that you cannot control the resources all the time, because sometimes you need to do it remotely. So the partner is really important. That might happen in the next 12 months or whatever month of your plan of the must-win battle. And there are not the short-term tasks of what you need to do this week, and they are long-term measure of success. They are things which, when completed, will significantly improve your team and the community. So you can plan, like, 2-year, 3-year times of the significant success, and are not easy and not quite impossible. So think about good luck. So it's challenging. So you nearly have to have a exact plan to get to the goal. And you and your team will focus on this incessantly and review them constantly to make sure that you get them done. So this is by doing the coaching to the student. And another thing is important. So a persona is not a person. A persona is not a marketing segment, but the persona represents the quality of a person that we hope to make into a paying customer. So goal will have more than pain, and pain has more than action. So it means you need to really focus what the quality of the person that will be your customer. What do they like? What their behavior? What their quality of life? And then you can set their goal more exact to the quality of the person. Then we hope to scale up of the profit. We start from a little to more in the future for the long term. So the customer hypothesis that we need to really think about. So we combine the fact and the action. So the fact about a specific person, we must start with the first person before we can go on. For example, you need to think about the demographic of the customer. So what gender? So male or female? What are their age? What are they interested? Where are they living now? What are they problem, or how many people in family, or whatever about their demographic. This is very important. And also the geographic. The geographic is also very important too. So last year I went to Laos, and I interviewed the Lao people, and they said they don't like Chinese product because they think it's not a good quality. So they prefer Thai product like fish sauce or soy sauce. Everywhere is a Thai product in Laos, but they deny to buy the Chinese product. So this is I'm not sure about other background. They might not like Chinese people much, because Chinese taking of their transportation, like did you know Laos has a very high train to travel, and Thailand quite jealous of Laos because we still have very slow train, but China, they invest in Laos, and then they built the very fast train from China to Laos, and also to the main aim of them to deliver the product from China to sell in Laos, because Laos they don't have any their own product, they don't have any industry, and all the construction industry in Laos is all China. So, and then they also have the Chinese village in China, in Laos as well. So that's why maybe Laos Lao people don't like China in their country already. So other relevant fact to describe the person is also the action, is attempt to eliminate or minimize the pains. Early adopter willing to act to try to solve the problem. Easily to identify, we can see the action better than we can see the pain, and willing to act, willing to buy, not just a complainer, but we can use some action to help us decide the solution. So this is very important example about a hypothesis, that we need to know about their fact and their action. And you know, persona is not just the person, but the quality of the person and the fact that we need to know about the customer and the action that we need to know about them. And also we need to know the goal of the specific person. So what do they want in their life? What their problem, what their obstruction, or what their trend at the moment? What job do they need to have done? Emotional goals are more powerful than functional goals. For example, I'm sure lots of people in this room, you use emotional, not functional, to buy goods or buy product. You buy it because you like it. It's not because it's useful. Yeah, it's maybe sometimes it's useful, but mostly, how many handbags in your at home? How many clothes you have? So you buy a new one because not is tall, is tear, or it's broken, but you buy it because you like it, because the new trend, because the fashion. So this is the emotional goal that we need to think about. Why the product think the new, the new lot or the new set every month or every 3 months, because they know that the emotion of the customer, they want to change each month when the income has arrived. So emotional goals are more common than you think. And because it's fear, first thing, you need to answer their fear, or you need to show the information that can close their fear. For example, I'm selling plants, and then people fear about will plant die before they receive, will plant broken when they receive, or it will grow. So I put the guarantee on my advertising, like I will responsible for any inconvenience or any damages of the plants. It will be on my responsibility. So lots of people clicking and buying from my shop or my website, because I can close their fear. And trust, this is important, because if you show who you are and people trust you, for example, brand name stuff, or even not brand name, or any product that have quite a high cost, that people sometimes won't trust buying mobile phone or something from very small shop that you spend more than 1,000 baht or whatever. That is quite a lot of money. Once my student bought the mobile phone from the Facebook page, and she got the mobile phone, but she got the model one. It's not a real one. It's just, she can't really touch the mobile phone. She can just, it's the model. It can't really use it. So this is the trust. You need to really buy from the big name of the shop or the department store. But for the electronic stuff, people still, go to the shop and trying and testing and buying from it. So some of the product e-commerce still worry about trustiness of some of the customer. But for the big name like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, if you buy from their web organization, you might be trust. But this day you can't really trust anything, right? Because they can make the fake website that you can buy. You think it's a real one, but not the real one. So once I was in the UK, and then I applied for the France visa. And the France visa, they have hacked by the hacker, and the hacker will get the money from people who just book from coming to apply the visa. And at the embassy of the France embassy, they put the advertise at the embassy, don't go to this website. And you can't really recognize, because the picture of the website is very similar, and the name of the website, they just put one more letter in there. So if you don't really know, you might get in trouble, because you might pay for the illegal people or the fraud people. So this is very important to really realize of buying stuff on the e-commerce platform. And another thing is very important. This is the technique. It's called FOMO. FOMO is from fear out, or fear of missing out. Fear of missing out is mean when you're selling something and you can just say, oh, it's already sold, it's sold out, because you can make someone realize that they shouldn't miss it. Next time, if this thing advertised, they should have clicked for the first person or the first time that they saw, because they are fearing of missing. For example, the platform to book the hotel, for example, booking.com or Agoda, they normally have show you how many people looking of this website, and how many room left. So if you saw 5 people are looking at 1 room left, so you try to click and book it immediately, because you are fearing of missing the room of the place that you are going. But when we go back to the website and searching the same hotel, it's come back again. So this is the cheating of the AI of the platform. So they just use the technique, is called fear of missing out, to you to close the sale very, very quickly. So this is also the technique that people normally use. And paint link directly to goal. What is the preventing them from researching their goal? So this is the important, because not many people who are selling stuff online success, because they don't continue. They at the beginning, they don't have the customer. It's not it's not, they think it's will no people watching or selling it, and they just ignore it, and at the end you will not continue. So how painful, how urgent, this is important. Nothing will success in one day. Entrepreneur or business said everyone will have a painful, but the painful today, if you not give up, it can be the millionaire, or it can be success one day, but if you give up today, you don't have any chance to success. So this is very important. So how urgent? It depends if the product is in, in the popular. So at that time, we are selling the herb that the government just released as not the drug. So lots of people around Thailand really want to buy this herb at home. So they eating their leaf, and people will feel like powerful. They can work hard. They're not sleepy, whatever. And that herb is growing in our area. So we go to the agriculture and we deal with them, and we selling a lot. We can make 1 million through e-commerce platform at that time. Within 3 months, 1 million baht within 3 months, because it's urgent. It's lots of people really want to get it, to buy it. So we need to really hit the metal while it's hot. That's what they call. And what the situation is pain the most intense. So the intention or the patient is very important in doing the e-commerce in any platform. So as I tell you, the success will take time, and we cannot really aim for the short term, but we really need to aim for the long term, for the long term business. Yeah, so I think that's all for me today, and maybe I will answering some questions if you have any question.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kewalin, for the wonderful presentation. Now we see that Dr. Kewalin had shared us some information about the digital marketplace this day. Dr. Kewalin presented to us the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Since it began 1.0, STEM engineering, 2.0 assembly line, 3.0 computing, internet, nuclear energy, and now we are facing 4.0 industry, include digitalization of value chain, digitalization product and service, and also digitalization business model. And also Dr. Kewalin had mentioned some of the biggest digital platform in the world and Asia in 2019 by revenue, such as Alibaba, Traveloka, Blibli, Gojek, and etc. And then Dr. Kewalin moved to explain the role of the e-commerce, the strategy to make it grow, and the impact to the industry. Dr. Kewalin also mentioned about ChatGPT. I've tried in Bahasa, Doctor. As we know, it is artificial intelligence. Using AI in the industry is something new, especially in Indonesia. Dr. Kewalin mentioned what is ChatGPT, what ChatGPT can do to help the business growth, and 6 ways, correct me if I'm wrong, 6 ways not to use ChatGPT for marketing. And I think the collaboration between the conventional way, the digitalization, and using AI in the business is an excellent way to grow the industry and the business itself. And last, Dr. Kewalin educating us how to be a seller, not only a buyer, especially in e-commerce, and how to be creative and innovative. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doctor. Okay, we move to Q&A session. Which is question and answer session. Maybe we start this session with 3 questions from the participant. And if there is more question, we can make it in another session. Okay. First of all, I would like to ask the participant, is there any question about the topic? First, I would like to see to our chat box about the question. Okay.
So can I answer
Yes.
the question that
Please,
type?
Doctor.
Is that this one? Thank you, Muhammad, for the question from the chat box. Asking about based on your explanation that use of AI, ChatGPT to carry out analysis is not good because the data used is not real time, but can the result of AI data be used as the trigger to carry out deeply analysis, or is the result of the AI not in accordance with the correct framework? So as I mentioned, ChatGPT is good for some kind of the question that not real time, but the result can be not at the trend for because of the technology or the information is changing day by day. So if you want to know about the statistic or the things that need to analyze is not fit, but ChatGPT can guide you from the normal information or from some kind of the process or some kind of the example, email, or even some kind of the situation or the knowledge that have in the database. From now, ChatGPT 3, they have the database until 2021. And if, you know, some kind of the platform of the new framework is might not fit. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of the direction that you want to ask. You can add more.
Okay. Is there any question? Okay. Yes. Dewi Putri, Universitas Sumatera Utara.
Okay, thank you for the question from University of Sumatera Utara.
Yes, Dewi
What do
Putri.
you think about small businesses that still haven't used this digital marketplace at an age in their businesses? What is the situation in Thailand regarding implementation of the digital marketplace? Is this good, and which part can be imitated in Indonesian, especially in small business Indonesian? Thank you for the question. It's interesting question. So Thailand, we have a lot of using a lot of social media at the moment. In the marketing, Facebook is still the number one platform that people still use, especially, you know, older people or people that not good at technology. They still use Facebook, and the money that's go through the Facebook advertise is also very high in Thailand, and move to the Facebook. So the second platform at the moment that's very popular is the TikTok, because the TikTok give lots of code and promotion, especially if you are a new TikToker. Your friend can invite you to download the TikTok application on your mobile phone, and you and your friends will get the money through the TikTok account. For example, 1,200 baht for the inviter and the friends that click your link to get started with the TikTok. And it can be up to 20 people that you can earn the money from that. And that money you can use to buy stuff on the TikTok. And I myself also selling stuff on the TikTok by making video clip and tagging the product into the clip, and people can buy my product. Or even I also review as a TikTok content that any product that I use is good. For example, lipstick, if I think this brand is cheap and good, so I can review and I can tag other people product to get the commission. So this platform is very viral at the moment in Thailand, especially for the teenager or university student, because it's also they get the free shipping. This is very good at the moment. And you know, it's like watching video clip is more lively than looking at the picture or just reading a lot of text. So that's why TikTok is very popular now. And I think Indonesian is still not really popular at the moment. So I can help from applying, or teaching the student that are interested in selling stuff online, that I can do, because I myself as an entrepreneur on this platform, and I found that it's not difficult. And you can also import other product from other country, because I myself also import the solar cell from Japan and battery from China and combine together to become the solar cell as a light that people can install at home. So I think my experience in this field can expand to the Indonesian people that they are interested in. And also in Thailand, we also use the Shopee and Lazada to buying and selling stuff. So for Instagram, some of the business, they are using Instagram, for example, luxury car and luxury handbag, because the Instagram is represent like a high quality of people or high trend of people like superstar. They also, come using a lot of Instagram to advertising themselves, and also as well as some other food delivery in Thailand, also very popular, like Food Panda or Grab Food at the moment, or any other services, not just the product. That's, for example, cleaning. So cleaning business, they can advertise through the Facebook group for the people that live in the area, or even the secondhand clothes that they can make the book selling for the university student, or even book, or any other secondhand product can do very widely in Thailand. But I was talking to some of Indonesian friends or the student last time. So here is not really, compared to Thailand, is still not very popular using TikTok or other thing, but here they tend to use Instagram and WhatsApp. And in Thailand, we use Line, especially Line OA is the official, is a Line official office that people can advertise the promotion and the product through the Line OA. Is very popular in Thailand, which is different from Indonesia, that use WhatsApp that not related to the marketing, that just communicating. So I think I can also introduce some of the social media or some of the platform to Indonesian people, but unfortunately we don't really have any one of our platform. So Thailand is good at buying from other country, but we are not good in making our own platform at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Is there any question? Yes. It is from Muhammad Aiman Haikal. From you. Yes.
Thank you for another question from Muhammad. Firstly, I would like to thank you for the advice about this course, such as business opportunity, regarding to explanation before. Do you think it's beneficial for a small company to implement island of I think it's IoT is in intelligence of things, okay, as is incur highly cost example website development as a way to sell their product or contracting client is risky or what? So thank you of very interesting question. So as technology come along, but we don't really need to use all of them. Firstly, we need to think about the cost and the benefit that we will get, and who are our customer, who are the product that we have. For example, the website might fit with the big company like Mercedes-Benz or machine or whatever things that might not fit with just the social media like Facebook, Instagram, because this build up with the their website, and then some of the things that the small business need to realize is what kind of the product of the service first. And IoT, actually IoT is about the Internet of Things that we can control. So it's some of the business is not really need the IoT. IoT is for controlling things when you are nothing there. For example, I'm not here. Oh, for example, I will say the real example. For example, the Mercedes-Benz, they have the IoT that the customer can install the app from their mobile phone, and they can know about what happened with their car. For example, will remind you your car has been unlocked 7 minutes ago, like this. And you can use the IoT from your mobile phone, from the app, and just lock your car. And it will report you that your car has some foggy rain or whatever things, and will report to you and tell you what's happening with the product. So this is might fit for the the big company or the company that have something to control. For example, a safety home, for example. So if you run the safety home service, like you have elderly people at home, and the elderly people watch the smartwatch, and they are not in the standing or in the sitting position, they might fail off while they are at home alone. So the picture or the IoT will report to the mobile phone of your family that you are setting up, and they will know what's happening with the elderly at home, so they can connect or looking at the video at home, to report the quick the quick response to the hospital or to someone to helping immediately. That is better from the IoT. It's also work for the farming business, because sometimes you are not you are traveling in other places and you need to watering your plants, and you can just control the machine to turn on the water valve to watering your plants in your plant. And this is my fit for the IoT. But for the small companies, I think it depends if you are doing the remote control business. So IoT is still really needed. But if you are doing like selling product or other things, it may not require. And as the nearly future, or now some of the country, they already built the or launched the refrigerator that have IoT. For example, when you are go shopping, you can look at your mobile phone and go through the refrigerator app and see what do you have in your fridge. And it will say, oh, you have milk, but it's already expired. You have bread, but have only some slice left. You have no egg. You have what? So this can be, very useful in the near future for the customer. But again, this is the big company, right? Because the electric company is also very, very big company. So I think I might be answer your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Is there any question? You can ask the doctor about the question directly. Select the small icon, raise hand, and I will give the opportunity. Okay, maybe is there any feedback about the answer? Mr. Muhammad Rizky, Dewi Putri Ramadhani. Is there any question about the topic?
Or you can share anything about Indonesian social media platform or anything you would like to. I would like to hear from you guys too.
Is there any question or idea? Maybe Dr. Sambas? That's the question.
No. I will asking Dr. Kewalin in our podcast after this.
Like after this, okay. Okay, is there any question?
I think this one.
Yeah.
Clara.
Clara Firly, Universitas Sumatera Utara.
Okay, so thank you, Farah, for your question from University Sumatera Utara. So with the rapid and one advancements of technology and the increasing adoption of digital platform, what are the ethical considerations and potential risks businesses need to address in terms of data privacy, cyber security, and responding using of AI and machine learning? How can business strike a balance between leveraging the benefits of digital technology while ensuring the protection of customer data and maintaining trust? So thank you for very interesting question and very interesting question at the moment. Nowadays, so all around the world, we are worrying about the new law is PAPA. It's about the digital privacy. So at the moment, lots of companies they have the consent form to the customer that they would like the customer to register or accept the consent form before giving the privacy information. And as you know that lots of people and lots of company, they try to steal your information and sell to other company, like your credit card information, your date of birth, or your interest. As you know that if you are going to through the website, is have the cookie, and now all the website when you go through, they ask you to accept all the cookie. So if you don't accept, you can just deny. The cookie is not the biscuit that you have with the coffee and tea in the morning, but the cookie is some kind of the software that tracking you, like watching you, what are you are working on, or you are traveling or serving in the web at the moment. So you can clear your cookie is time, or now they have the privacy that asking you each time that you serving the internet that you will accept the cookie or not. So this is you can just deny if you doesn't want to accept the cookie. You can deny it if you realize, but I'm not sure someone have realized, but someone may have not realized. And of course, lots of potential risks that can happening with the businesses. For example, I myself has fraud to deduct my my credit card password or information, which I used to apply for the Zoom software, and then they will steal my information and then use it in some other country like America or some other places. But you need to really look at your transaction. When the credit card alert you or send some messages to your phone, then you can ring your bank immediately to telling them, I'm not using the transaction. I think it's a fraud, so they can stop, charging in time. Otherwise, if you don't really realize what's happening with your account or your credit card, you may be in trouble. You may have to pay for other people. So you need to really look at your data or your privacy each time, especially when you are surfing the internet, not on your own internet network. I think in this room, lots of people might like the free internet, right? Because you don't have to pay for the internet. But the free one is always give you the extra. They might steal your password when you do the bank transaction, or you buy the transaction from e-commerce. So you really need to worry. So for example, some bank in Thailand, when you are doing the transaction or finance transaction, or when you are getting to the mobile banking application, they ask you to use your own cellular internet, not the free Wi-Fi, because they try to protect the privacy of your transaction, to protect the fraud or the someone that might try to get the information. And sometimes if they send the form, some websites send the form to you and telling you, oh, you won the lottery, or you get the free money from blah 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 link. No, nothing easy in this world. You shouldn't trust and you shouldn't provide any information. You might provide the information of yourself by just listening or reading of some of the free money, or loss of amount money that they tell you that they will give it to you. So sometimes it's not come with the security of the system, but it's come from your behavior, from your decision, or from your trust net. So this is really important that you nearly need to think about yourself as well. And also the cyber security now at the moment, as the situation going bad about the money, that the money will lose from your bank account very easily by clicking link or just answering the phone. For example, my friend just taking this risk not long time ago. She is using the DTAC, the company of the telecommunication called DTAC, but the number that ringing her is another company called AIS 1175, and she doesn't answer the phone because it's weird, she using this company. Why the phone service company from us what happening? So she didn't really answer. So if she answer, I'm not quite sure what will happen, because her money from the bank account maybe will lost. So I recommend to use spread the money in many bank accounts. For example, I also use some bank account that you cannot withdraw the money. You need to transfer into your own money first, and then you can transfer out. So I try to use some kind of security like that. And I also try of use the two-factor concern from my transaction. For example, it's like to confirm that I am a person, I am the owner of the credit card, by confirming from, for example, OTP from my telephone or from email, or even scan my face. So lots of banks now trying to do that. For example, the bank that I'm using in Thailand called TTB, they ask the customer who want to transfer the money more than 50 baht per time, scanning the face before transferring the money, because this is the risky at the moment in Thailand. And they asking the customer to change the password into 6 digits to more saving than before only 5 digits that can predict very easily. And sometimes the risk come from yourself. If you use your phone number as a password, or if you use your date of birth as your password, you just provide the password for the fraud. It's not someone else doing it for you, because you are not realize of how important to really doing this. and some people use the same password for every bank account. So it's like, you try to give the gap for the crime that they can get into your bank account very easily. So I think this is very important that we need to cooperate with ourselves to save our money or to save our own information, and also we need to following the policy of the bank or of the any other organization that they try to help you as well. So it can come to yourself and come to the company that can help together in the privacy and the ethic that you asking. The ethic is for some website, like some company, they also ask you to sign the consent form or to click for the consent form at the moment to agree that you are agree to do this event or to answering the question. And for the response for AI and machine learning, how business balance benefit digital technology and ensure protection of customer data and maintain trust. Okay, so for the AI, it can and machine learning, so it can help you to search like example use like ChatGPT or machine learning to find the problem and the solution that people talking about or that happening in the past, and you can learn from that and you can aware and and try to adjust in your own lives. So anything is not like you need to really change your password or your information ID, even your screen saver while you are going to the toilet. You really need to set up the screen saver, because otherwise other people can access into your computer easily. Or even nowadays in Thailand, we have a theme that you can attach on your mobile phone screen that other people can't see what are you doing at the moment. We call in Thailand Krim Kan Seok. Krim Kan Seok is mean no one can look at your screen. What are you doing? Like, sometimes you sit next to the person and the person try to see what are you typing or what are you doing. So you can just buy this theme and they don't know what number or what password are you clicking, because this theme, it will just let the people who see in 180 angle to see, but people from the other side cannot see. But the pros can be when you take a photo, it may be very black, you can't see the photo. So it's have pros and cons that you can choose and you can try. Thank you.
Okay, Sharon question. Dr. Kewalin. Okay, okay, I think thank you for the attention, but we have limited time in the session. As a moderator, I have to limit the number of questions so this session can run properly as the schedule. Okay, don't forget to fill out the attendance. Okay, I think this is the end of our first session today. It's been interesting topic and I learned a lot, and I believe so did the participant. Okay, thank you for the wonderful session. Thank you for Dr. Kewalin, our lecturer, for the sharing and educating us regarding to the topic and the comprehensive explanation about the topic. Thank you for all the participants for making time joining this session today. Before we end this session, we need to take a photo session. I need all the participants to turn on the camera and I will make a quick screenshot. Okay. Okay, let's take first account 3, 2, 1. Okay. Second, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more. Okay, okay. Thank you everyone for today. Thank you, Dr. Kewalin. Stay healthy, take care, and see you in the next session. Don't forget, please look forward to the next session after this at 2 p.m. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kewalin. Thank you, all the participants.
Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Okay, give back to the Alisa.
Thank you very much to Mrs. Yeti and Dr. Kewalin for an insightful session on digital marketplace as the new frontier of e-commerce. Before we move on to the next agenda, we would like to give a certificate of appreciation to our lecturer, Dr. Kewalin Angkananon, that will be presented by Dr. Rina Barbukit SE, MSc AKCA. To the operator, please share the certificate. Over to you, Dr. Rina.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kewalin Angkananon, for this interesting topics. This is the certificate of appreciation. Please receive it.
Thank you.
Dr. Rina, and then to all the participants, please remember to fill out the attendance form shared in the chat box. And we will take another break until 2 p.m. Jakarta time. Feel free to start grab lunch and maybe even engage in quick networking in the chat. The Zoom meeting will remain open and we will return at 2 p.m. sharp for the second lecture on understanding awareness of professional ethics for accountants by Mr. Muhammad Irsan Nasution, SA AKCA MAK IPSAS. See you all soon.